Please rise for the presentation of colors. you for joining us for Convocation 2021. Again, I am Dr. Jennifer Collier, and I am honored to serve as your new Deputy Superintendent. For those of you who don't know me, I have been with Kansas City Public Schools for 21 years, and I've served in a number of capacities. For the last 6 years, I've had the honor of serving as Chief Human Resource Officer and Chief of Staff. Prior to that, in the majority of my career, I actually served in the schools. I've served in the role of teacher, vice principal, and principal. And I absolutely love my time in the schools. However, I made a decision to move to Central because I wanted to make a positive impact on students, families, and this community. Over these last 6 years in central office, I've learned so much about running a school system, from working closely with the superintendent, the board, key district leaders, and a number of stakeholders across our district and the system. Now it is time for me to take all the lessons that I learned in the classroom, in the school office, and in central office, and bring those to the table to make decisions that will allow each of you to rise above the mountain of challenges that we will face. We are determined to rise above because our students are counting on us to provide a quality educational experience that they both need and they deserve. I'm here to tell you that despite how great our individual and collective challenges may be, they are not insurmountable. I am not suggesting that our road to success will be one of ease or even free of impediments. Instead, I'm calling on each one of you to dig deep this year, to bring your best game each and every day, to be relentless about educating and empowering our students, but most of all, to keep believing. You are a part of the KCPS family, and here we don't give up on our students, we don't give up on ourselves, and we don't give up on one another. This year, we will lift and inspire one another as we passionately pursue an equitable educational experience for our children, a caring and compassionate culture for our staff, and high expectations for all as we continue our march toward full accreditation. We are on the precipice of a monumental achievement, and with solidarity of purpose and your continued dedication and efforts, we will reach this goal. I've dedicated my entire career to KCPS, and I've watched so many of you over the years rise above challenges. I want you to know today, I still believe in KCPS. I still believe in you, and I believe in what we can accomplish together. This year's convocation theme is Rise Above. Rising above is not just what we do, but it's who we are, it's who we've been, and it's who we will be. Today I am joining you from the top of the One Light luxury apartments overlooking our beautiful city that we serve. We have an exciting program lined up for you today, and I can't wait to get started. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our next guest, our Kansas City Public Schools Board Chair, Mr. Nate Hogan.
Thanks, Jennifer. So by definition, if you rise above a situation or something that's happening in your life, you're not going to allow it to control you or take over or create a negative situation for you. It's not going to prevent you from doing the things that you want to do in life. And as Dr. Collier mentioned, rising above is a story of KCPS. Rising above is a lot of your stories as well. And rising above is definitely my story. As a mobile student going to 8 different schools, 3 in 7th grade alone, I understand the impact that mobility has on our kids. And as a result of losing my sister at 10 years old to violence, my parents getting divorced, and losing my grandmother all within about a year of each other, I have a unique appreciation for what it takes for our kids to perform academically, socially, and emotionally. And losing my father at 19 to another senseless act of violence, and on top of that, losing my son Monty on October 24th, 2014, can sometimes seem like an insurmountable amount of trauma and grief to deal with. But isn't that what rising above on a very personal level means? We each have to find a way to overcome the challenges that life throws at us. For me, it meant marrying a woman who is my partner in everything I do in life, surrounding myself with friends and family who allow me to be my authentic self, have been important ways for me to fight through the tough stuff. And more recently, I've decided to go get some therapy to really help me deal with some of the trauma and grief that I've had to live through, and develop some personal strategies for dealing with all of this that will allow me to truly become my best self. I decided to run for school board in 2018 because sadly, my story is not unique. A lot of our kids and their families deal with a lot of the same things that I have. And some of our teachers and administrators and staff have dealt with a lot of the same things as well. And even if they don't, the last year and a half have been tough on all of us in different ways. I challenge all of us to find peace in the things in our lives that get us through the tough times in the best ways that we can. I take my role as school board chair seriously, and I want to be a part of a district that's helping students in Kansas City rise above the challenges in their lives. You know, I often tell people that I've never worked with a more committed and talented group of leaders. And I'm convinced that you'll be able to do the things that we need for our kids to realize their full potentials. And while no perfect school district or school board exists, I am proud to say we're making progress. And I would encourage all of you to continue to climb those mountains, continue to rise above in the best interest of our kids. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do every single day for our students.
Thank you, Mr. Hogan, for that inspirational message, and thank you for your leadership. At this time, we will enjoy a video recapping the awesome and amazing things that we accomplished last school year.
Rise, 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 rise! Well, if you've got a problem, you got to rise above it. When you face a challenge, you got to rise above it. With your back against the wall, only way to go is up. Rise above it. Come on and rise above it. When you think you know your mind is really made up. When your dues already have been paid. Gotta know where to go, where angels feet to tread. It's only you and me against the world, against the odds. If you've got a problem, you got to rise above it. Oh yeah. And when you face a challenge, you got to rise above it. Rise above it. When the sea is rough and high, or the well is running dry. Rise above it. Come on and rise above it. And when the road seems very long and narrow, so long, better make the shot go straight just like an arrow. Gotta know where to go, where angels feet to tread. Oh, yeah. It's only you and me against the world, against the odds. Ooh, you gotta learn how to believe in yourself. Rise above it. If you got a problem, you got to rise above it. Yeah, yeah. When you face a challenge, you got to rise above it. Get so long. If those storm clouds reappear, you don't never have to fear. Just rise above it. Come on now, rise above it. I tell you once and I tell you twice. Big success always come with a price. Better one man than 1,000 mice. Come now and take my advice. Rise above it. Yes, you got to rise above it. Tell them say that you love it. A crowd of people them a gather around. A rock 'em up in bobsled are coming up town. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Rise above it. Yes, you got to
Run about no pepper in the bad bad rocks on the river bottom can't feel no sun hot. Who no can laugh we a say so what? Squat, your belly full of rot. When I go trot, we are move bad nuts.
rise above it. Rise above it. You gotta rise above it. Yeah. Rise above it. Rise, 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 rise. Rise above it. Rise, 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 rise. Yeah.
the school system is a part of educating our students. It is the teachers who are in the classroom or online daily with students who are able to directly impact a student's life. While all of our teachers are special, and so many of our teachers have positively impacted students' lives, there is one that has stood out. This teacher was first selected by her peers at her school as the Teacher of the Year for Border Star Montessori. Next, she was named as a finalist before winning the 2021 Teacher of the Year Award. In April, that award was presented to Ms. Julia McClellan of Border Star Montessori.
You know, it's really a privilege to be recognized for something that you are passionate about. And I also have to thank my incredibly inspiring colleagues at Border Star who nominated me because they have offered the best support system that any teacher could ask for. They have shared their creativity, they have shared their different perspectives, they have shared their love and their passion for education, and that has kept me going and kept me smiling for the past 5 years. And I firmly believe that it is our job as human beings to guide children to reach their fullest potential and to know that their contributions, no matter how big or small, matter in the society in which they live. And I think that's what's so exciting about teaching, is that we as teachers, as adults, have the opportunity to prepare a beautiful environment, our classrooms, to offer children a space where they can feel safe and they can explore their developmental needs, their developmental capabilities, so that they can learn how to collaborate, how to communicate, how to live in a community that they will one day contribute to. And those are some of the reasons why I love teaching, and if it weren't for the children, I wouldn't be where I am today. So thank you.
Our next guest has some really exciting information to share with you. Our teachers work hard, day in, day out. They go above and beyond for our students. The information that she will share with you is one of the ways KCPS honors and acknowledges and celebrates the awesome work of our teachers. Nicole Collier-White is the director of the Educational Foundation. Nicole Collier-White, over to you.
Oh, hey Team KCPS. It's Nicole Collier-White from the KCPS Education Foundation, coming to you from One Light. I'm so excited to talk to you about all the amazing things the foundation will be doing this year, from back to school, classroom grants, and of course, our wonderful apartment giveaway. You, yes, you, my friend, could have views just like this every single morning with a free 2-year lease from One Light. I think we should do a quick tour. What do you think? Let's go this way. So this could be your bedroom that you wake up to every single morning. You come out, stretch, and oh my gosh, look at this amazing living room. Views across the entire city, beautiful light as you drink your coffee and lesson plan for the day. Let's go into this kitchen. You need a wonderful breakfast to start off your day. Couldn't you just do it in this kitchen? Wonderful stainless steel appliances. It's exciting to think about. Let's go over to the window so you can see what your potential view might be. And oh my gosh, is that the pool downstairs? Is that the Midland? Beautiful skyline, Kansas City. This could be you. Just gorgeous. Take it all in. And if you have any doubt, you can ask Seth, who lives here right now, or you could ask Regina Burnside, who's living in Tulane. Those are just 2 teachers who just happened to fill out an application, and they were chosen by chance to live in One Light and Tulane, and we're going to do it again this year. So this could be you. When you see that link in your email, please click on it and apply. And you just never know, I could be randomly pulling your name out for the year. Another thing I want you all to be on the look for are classroom grants. The foundation is giving away $50,000, yes, $50,000 in classroom grants this year. You could apply for up to $1,200 for any program, project that could bring some exciting things to your kids this year. It's our honor and our pleasure to value the work that you do and to bring new exciting things to the students of Kansas City. So on behalf of the KCPS Education Foundation, good luck. Click on your email, apply for those grants, apply for this fabulous apartment, and you could maybe invite me over and we could hang out and look at downtown together. Back to you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Nicole, for sharing that amazing news with our educators. At this time, Kelly Wachel, our Chief Communications and Marketing Officer, has some more exciting news for you. She's going to share some information with you about an awesome partnership and collaboration with Charlie Hustle. Kelly, over to you now.
Hello, KCPS staff, admin, support staff, teachers. Kelly Wachel here as Chief Marketing and Communications Officer, and we're here with Emily at Charlie Hustle.
Hi.
I hope you've all had a chance to see the wonderful launch of our KCPS, our foundation t-shirt in collaboration with Charlie Hustle. Emily, how many times have we restocked this shirt?
Oh my gosh, we have had to restock it 4 times and our shelf is bare again. So it has been a very successful campaign.
Yeah, the shelves are bare. She went to go show us all the rest of the shirts, and they're empty. So we're restocking and getting those reprinted to serve all of our community members and you as teachers who would like the KCPS Heart shirt in collaboration with the foundation and Charlie Hustle. But we're here today as part of Convocation, one, to welcome you back, say hope you've gotten your shirts through the foundation, but also to announce something really special. Emily, you want to take off with the new announcement?
Absolutely. We are going to work on a custom, I'm going to call it a capsule collection of a few designs that will be solely KCPS inspired. And then there's going to be a 4th design that is going to be designed by a student and have a little bit of competition, a little friendly competition for the winner there. So it'll be fun to work together with a student and make that design come to life on a t-shirt.
We talk a lot in KCPS about career pathways, exploration for our students to have experience in the real world. And we see this collaboration as a student designed t-shirt in collaboration with Charlie Hustle to be one of those experiences for our kids. As we launch this contest to see which of our students wants to help design this project, we'll be working with Charlie Hustle to get it launched this fall and winter in collaboration with the collection that they'll be working on for KCPS. So not only is Emily a Charlie Hustle employee, she's also a parent of KCPS students, which we're really proud about. Thank you for sending your kids to KC Public Schools. Emily, what does the collaboration between Charlie Hustle and KCPS mean for the larger community?
Sure. I think that Kansas City has really embraced Charlie Hustle as their t-shirt. It's the t-shirt that everyone knows and loves. It's soft and vintage, and it just is a great fit. Yeah, it looks great under a blazer. Isn't that wonderful? Look. You can dress it up, dress it down. So that is really Kansas City's t-shirt now, and KCPS is Kansas City's school district. So it's time to marry those two and see what we can do together and grow our students at the same time.
Yes, I think that's exactly what we're looking for, and we love that not only is Kansas City thriving, but our school district is thriving, looking at increasing enrollment, looking at marketing the district in a way that really represents who we are as a school system and as students in our community. So looking forward to this partnership. So we're now going to go sneak up on Brandon. Brandon was the designer who helped with the KCPS Foundation t-shirt, and we're going to go talk to him about the KCPS collection coming this fall. We're also behind the scenes in the Charlie Hustle warehouse, so you're getting an inside glimpse of the warehouse.
This is where all of our online orders come out of.
We're sneaking up on you. This is Brandon, our designer for the KCPS Foundation collection here at Charlie Hustle, and he's going to be helping with the collection for this fall. Brandon, how'd you get your design for the heart, KCPS Heart?
KC Heart, obviously, can't miss with that. And, we look at a lot of 80s, 70s, 90s sort of ephemera for inspiration. we thought, what better way to show our love for schools and school supplies. And so yeah, we just
We're going to close out our time here at Charlie Hustle today by saying, Emily, thank you very much for your time, for your partnership. Thank you to Charlie Hustle for your time dedication, not only to KCPS, but the community, and your dedication to just clothing us with really awesome retro gear that represents who we are as a city and a community. We will look forward to launching this collection in the fall and winter. Look forward to having our students compete for the chance to design some shirts with Charlie Hustle. Any closing comments that you have?
It's been a pleasure to work with y'all and see this heart go out the door and see the community really getting behind it. It has been just a pleasure. And I look forward to the new designs and getting one selfishly as a parent for myself. So I'm very excited to keep working with you all.
We're excited too. Thank you for being a parent. Thank you for having students who attend our schools, and we look forward to many designs and great experiences for our kids to come. Thank you so much. And as we close out, finally, just a quick reminder, we will have 3 to 4 KCPS Charlie Hustle collab collection shirts available this winter for purchase. As we have those ready, all the proceeds will go to the KCPS Foundation, and we look forward to giving you more information soon about how you can buy yours and see the design.
Here in KCPS, we are all educators. It doesn't matter what role you hold, you play a critical role in ensuring that our students have the quality education that they deserve. Whether you're a teacher, a principal, a custodian, you work in human resources, budget and finance, every person in the system matters, and your work is important to our success. Here we are at the moment we've all been waiting for. This is our opportunity to see all of our schools to celebrate this grand opening of the school year. Let's clap it up for our schools as they come along and show their school pride.
Thank you, Dr. Collier. Thank you, Dr. Collier. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everyone, to get us to this point in this broadcast on Convocation today. Now, as Dr. Collier said, this is the moment we've all been waiting for, the parade of schools. First up on the parade of schools is Richardson Early Learning Community School, directed by Ramonda Franklin Hamilton. Let's hear it for the Little Eagles, the Little Eagles.
We're Richardson Early Learning. I'm Ramonda Franklin Hamilton, the principal, and we're going to rise above diversity, fear, anxiety, just being okay.
Thank you, Richardson. We're going to go to your other early learning community school. Get your cameras on, get your mic on. We're going over to Woodland Early Learning Community School. Woodland is led by Bridget Crutchfield. They are
Woodland.
Podcast. Let us see you, Woodland. Let us see you.
No, you got the. What up? Go. Woodland. Go.
We've been dreaming big about the future of KCPS. You've been helping us. All right, let's hear it for Woodland. Let's hear it for Woodland. Coming up next, we're going to head to Success Academy at Knott's. Success Academy, turn on your cameras and your microphones. Success is led by Daniel Shepard. Their mascot's the Phoenix. Let's hear it for Success Academy at Knott's.
Success Academy at Knott's, and we are a family. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, all that work, 20 seconds.
Success at Knott's, thank you. We're gonna keep with the Success Academy at Anderson, led by Robert Lee.
Okay, I'm going in here. There's too much noise in here.
Academy at Anderson, please turn off your microphones if you're not on. Success, you turn yours on, and let's keep the party going.
See us, hey, we are one. That's our motto, and we are the Dream Keepers. So for students who are brought to us who dare to dream, we help them keep their dream of being successful in life.
All right, thank you, Anderson. And remember to mute your mics and turn off your cameras when you're done so we can get to the next school. And the next school on our list is Manual Career and Technical Center, led by Dr. Chris McNeil. Turn on your cameras, Manual. Turn on your microphones, and let's hear it for the Cardinals. School. And the next school on our list is Manual Career and Technical Center, led by Dr. Chris McNeil. Turn on your cameras, Manual. Turn on your microphones, and let's hear it for the Cardinals.
Hey, we are live in location at Manual Tech. We're so excited to be here. Welcome to the new school year. Manual, make some noise!
It's a delay.
So excited to be here. Welcome to the new school year. Manual, make some noise!
That is right. There might be a little delay, but that's okay because I love to hear the sound of my own voice saying what I just said to everybody. So remember, turn off your mic, turn on your cameras. Next up, we are going to early college and middle college. They're together, Pam Pearson, Annette McDonald, and a bunch of students who are already doing work. Let's go over to the early college and middle college academies.
Welcome to the early college and middle college. We're here with our students and they have something to say.
We're just gonna leave y'all up there and let y'all dance because we love to see kids because we haven't seen kids in a long time. So we're just gonna hold this side. Next, we have already on the screen. Yay! East Bay Middle College. Please turn off your cameras. We already have Evening Academy popping in there. That's KC Virtual Academy, Mo Options, and Evening Academy.
Yeah.
If you got some problems, you just rise above it. That's right. Anyone who's coming to the country, new Americans, we have something new for them. Oh, wait a minute. I see KCVA. KCVA, turn your camera back on. I'm sorry. We didn't make it over to you yet. Kansas City Virtual Academy. That's how new y'all are. We haven't had a communication with you yet. Make some noise.
K, you say C, I say B, you say A. K, C, B, A. K, C, B, A.
Thank you, KCVA. We almost missed you, but we did. Next, we're going to the new Kansas City Public Schools International Welcome Center, led by Allison Howell and Ryan Ruff. Make some noise for this new program serving new Americans in Kansas City.
The Global Academy of the International Welcome Center. Karibisha. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidas a nuestra sala. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidas. Bienvenidos.
Jambo na karibu sana. Soyez bienvenus dans les écoles publiques de Kansas City.
In KCPS, we mean it when we say all means all. Give one more round of applause for the International Welcome Center. All right, let's move on. We're going to go to our Northeast feeder system. We're going to start with the mighty Northeast High School Vikings, led by Wayman Irvin. The mighty Vikings, make some noise. Turn on your cameras. Turn on your microphone. Welcome Center, please turn off your camera and microphone, and let's see those Northeast Vikings. Northeast Vikings. Next, Northeast Middle School. Turn on your cameras. Turn on your mics. Let's make some noise. Northeast Titans, go! We see you, Titans, and we see you masked up as well. Masked up, masked up. Thank you, Northeast Middle School. Next, we're going to the elementary school. Primotiva Garcia Elementary School, Northeast. Please turn off your camera and your microphone. Primotiva Garcia, please turn yours on. Time for you to make some noise. Led by Jacqueline Tanner, the Phoenix are rising at Garcia Elementary School. Thank you, Garcia Elementary School. We hear those drums over there. Don't make me get started, okay? I'm sorry. Let's go on to the next school. Garfield Elementary School. Turn on your cameras, turn on your mics, make some noise. Doug White and the Little Eagles over there.
Hey, Justin, Mr. Cuckoo Cachoo, Mr. Robinson. This is Dougie Fresh over at Garfield. Where Garfield staff is ready to take our kids to new heights. Rise above, I hear you, I'm with you.
Dougie Fresh over there at Garfield. Now, next on the list, Gladstone. Turn on your cameras. Turn on your microphone. Dana Carter and the Grizzlies at Gladstone Elementary. Make some noise.
Walk into Gladstone, I know without empty. Thinking top on and very quickly. Slide, drop, rise to the top. Slide, drop, rise to the top.
Thank you. Rise Above. Next on our Rise Above Parade of Schools KCPS 2021, James Elementary School. Turn on your camera, turn on your microphone, make some noise for the Owls. Thank you, James. Now we're going to go over to Phillips Elementary School, led by Takesha Brown. The Tigers of Phillips, turn on your microphone, turn on your camera, and let's make some noise. Rise Above.
Okay, I think we're up, y'all.
Thank you, James. Now we're going to go over to Phillips Elementary School, led by Takesha Brown. The Tigers of Phillips, turn on your microphones, turn on your camera, and let's make some noise. Thank you, Phillips. Looking good over there. Whittier, you're coming up next. Turn on your cameras. Turn on your microphone. The Lions of Whittier Elementary School, led by Miss Lane. Rise Above.
We are the winners. Reading and writing are really cool. Math and science are favorite too. We are the Whittier School. Go Lions! Go Lions! On target! Let's get KCPS! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Go Lions! Go Lions! Go Lions! Go Lions! Whittier Elementary School. That completes our Northeast feeder system. Now we're going to go over to our East feeder system. We're going to go to the elementary schools there, starting off with J.A. Rogers, Dr. Adrian Blankenship Johnson, the Eagles of Rogers. You see them right there. Turn on your mics and make some. Thank you, Rogers. Thank you, Rogers. Now to Trailwoods, Leah Starr, the Blue Jays of Trailwoods Elementary. Turn on your cameras. Turn on your mic. It's time for Trailwoods to rise above for 2021. Make some noise.
I say Trailwoods.
Thank you, Trailwoods Blue Jays. Some of y'all are breaking the microphones with all the noise you're making. All right, now let's go to the Wheatley Elementary School, led by Micah Enders, the Wildcats. Turn on your cameras, turn on your microphones, make some noise, rise above. Thank you, Phyllis Wheatley Elementary School. Now we're going to move on to the Central Theater Zone, starting off with the high school in that area, the Central High School Blue Eagles, led by Anthony Madry, Central High School. Turn on your cameras, turn on your microphones, make some noise, rise above.
Come on, come on. Hey, y'all. It's the Central Blue Eagles. Central rises above. So when I say Central, y'all say fly. Central. Central. When I say Central, y'all say rise. Central. 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 Central rises above. Say it with me. Central rises above.
Way to go, Central. Anthony Madry making some noise. Now we're going to go next door to the high school, Central Middle School, with new principal over there, Harrison Neal. Turn on your cameras, turn on your microphone. The Warhawks of Central Middle School, make some noise. Wow. Central Middle School. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you do it. The Warhawks over there. Now we're going Longfellow Elementary. Dr. Jimmy Ballard, the Hawks of Longfellow. Turn on your cameras. Let's make some noise. See what you got. They ready. We got you, Dr. Ballard. We got you. We're going to come back to you, too, for Banner Griffin. We're coming right back to you. So we got you. Here we go. Next up, Faxon Elementary School. Kathleen Snipes, Faxon Elementary Falcons. Turn on your camera. Turn on your mic as Longfellow turns off their camera and turns off their mic.
Oh, really?
Make some noise. Faxon.
Let's go, Faxon.
Way to go, Faxon. We're going to now go to King Elementary School. Dana Mae Abram, principal. King Eagles, turn on your camera, turn on your mic. We see you. Make some noise over there, King. Oh, we need some more of that. We need some more of that. Don't turn off your camera yet. All right, next. There you go. All right, next we're gonna head over the last in the Central Feeder System, Melcher Elementary School. Turn on your cameras, turn on your mics, make some noise. Melcher with Principal Lakeisha Paul. They are the Melcher Rams. All right, we will have to come back to Melcher. Now we're going to move to the Southeast Feeder System, Southeast High School, the Mighty Mighty Knights, led by Simone Chambers. Turn on your mic, turn on your camera, make some noise. Time to rise above.
We gotta start the video.
We're gonna start the video.
Start the video.
Huh?
You gotta start the video.
Oh, it was.
Here we go. All right, stop. As we collaborate, y'all listen. Southeast Batch rides above with intervention. We're gonna teach these kids to avoid all suspension. Southeast Batch, AC Prep. Southeast Batch, AC Prep. Southeast Batch, AC Prep.
Southeast ACC Prep representing in the 2021. Now we're going over to elementary schools in the Southeast Feeder Zone. Hell Cook, led by Julie Lynch. Turn on your cameras, turn on your mics. Miss Lynch, Hell Cook, make some noise.
It's KCPS story time. Hell Cooks. 'Twas the week-ish before school. 'Twas the week before school when all through the halls we were busy with stapling, copying, making calls. The backpacks weren't yet hung on the hooks with care. We know students have hopes. There won't be any homework there. The students will soon be nestled snug in their desks with crayons, pencils, masks, and all the rest. And Principal Lynch in her blazer and us in our red just settled our brains from infinite campus training in our heads. When out the front door there arose such a clatter. We sprang to the group me to see what was the matter. Is that my lunch? Away to the video camera, we flew like bees, buzzing around. Is that my lunch delivery? The sun in our eyes, we couldn't decide. Was it my food or an important person stopping by? When what to our wondering eyes should we find? Dr. Bedell, with Dr. Collier close behind. With cell phones in hand, they walked through the doors. We thought to ourselves, better raise those test scores. More rapid than eagles, they strode through the school. They smiled and called out, looking really cool. Hey, kindergarten, hi, first grade, second, and third. There's fourth, fifth, sixth, encore and support. Don't forget pre-K and everyone who makes this school and district awesome, including you. Go Hill Cup, go KCPS!
Okay, Hell Cook with the story time. Brady, way to go, Hell Cook. Next, let's turn on your cameras, turn on your mics. Truce Elementary School, led by Dr. Chandra Fowler. The Truce Tigers. Take it away. Thank you, Truce. Now we're going to Banneker Elementary, back to Dr. Jimmy Ballard. If you don't know, she is leading both schools, Banneker and Longfellow. Dr. Ballard, turn on your cameras, turn on your microphones. Once again, we're coming right back to you. Make some more noise, this time on behalf of Banneker Elementary School. I hope you're still there.
1, 2, 3, 4. P, preparation. A, attitude. W, wise choices and safety in our school. P, preparation. A, attitude. Wise choices and safety in our school. P, preparation.
Oh yeah, we all hot dancing along with you on that one. Yeah, everybody get some air right now. We're going next to Hartman Elementary School, led by the one and only longtime servant of the Kansas City Public Schools, the Dr. Jesse Kirksey. Hartman Elementary School, the Eagles, turn on your cameras, turn on your microphones, make some noise.
Ready for an exciting year. Hartman, are you ready to rise above? Keep going, man.
Rise above. Great job, Hartman Elementary School. Now we're going to jump into our signature school, starting off with Lincoln Middle School, led by Mary Bachkora, the Lincoln Middle Tigers. Turn on your cameras, turn on your microphones, make some noise.
All right, Lincoln College Preparatory Academy Middle School. 1, 2, 3. We are the Tigers. 99 Tigers. Hoorah!
Hoorah. Thank you, Lincoln Middle. Now we're going to jump to Paseo Academy of Fine and Performing Arts, led by Dr. Patricia Hayes, the Paseo Academy Pirates. Let's see what you got. Paseo Academy of Fine and Performing Arts. They don't just teach arts, they perform it as well. Thank you, Paseo. Next up, Foreign Language Academy. Turn on your mics, turn on your cameras, led by Dr. Joel Ramsdale, FLA Panthers. Make some noise. Thank you, FLA. As we're coming down to the last few schools, but last but not least, well, we're not last yet. I'm sorry. Don't pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm getting tired. Carver Dual Language School, Michael Coulter, the Pumas over at Carver. Make some noise. Turn on your cameras. Turn on your microphones. Rise above.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Pumas. Now we're next. 2 schools at the same time. KCPS has 2 high-class Montessori schools in our district. Border Star Montessori, Holiday Montessori. Both are led this year by Kalinda Bass Barlow's, the Border Star Dragons, and the Holiday Ocelots. Turn on your cameras, turn on your mics, make some noise. Thank you, Montessori schools. We're going now. The last signature school, AC Prep, African Center College Preparatory Academy for K through 8, led by Ms. Clara Polk. The Pharaohs, turn on your cameras, turn on your microphones, make some noise. One more drum roll, AC Prep. One more drum roll. Thank you, AC Prep. Now we're gonna jump to East High School, led by Luis Hinojosa. I know they're a little bit out of order, but we don't care. We wanted them to jump in anyway. Luis, Mr. Hinojosa, Mr. H as he's known across the district. Let's show those mighty bears. Make some noise. East.
Our East High School. We're one home of many nations. And who let the bears out? Who let the bears out?
Thank you to all who have been able to participate in the Parade of Schools. We want to give one or two more shout outs. Pitcher, Miss Carol Howard, the Eagles, they weren't able to be online today with us. Also, Lincoln College Preparatory Academy, Miss Christian Foster, the Blue Tigers, they also were not able to be online. Thank you all for the Parade of Schools. You all did a great job. Get ready to rise above this school year, but don't go away. We still have more left in this Convocation show. Kyle, let's give them the second half of the show. We've been dreaming big about the future of KCPS. You've been helping us all along the way. We've listened to all stakeholders to find out what we're doing well, what we can do better, and we've been dreaming big about the future of KCPS. You've been helping us all along the way. We've listened to all stakeholders to find out what we're doing well, what we can do better, and priorities for our system and what we want KCPS to look like and feel like in the future. We want you to know that we've heard your concerns, and we continue using your feedback to shape our future plans. The next engagement portion of our process involves learning more about our priorities for the student experience, as the student experience is at the center of our decisions for the future. We're asking what you think since you are with our students every day. So please help us continue shaping our vision by scanning this QR code to prioritize our students' experiences. The survey will take about 3 minutes. We'll also send a link to the survey in an email. Thank you once again for helping. This work impacts all of us, and your voice is important to how we approach our future. Let's continue to rise above together.
At this time, we will will hear from our amazing, phenomenal, inspirational superintendent, none other than Dr. Mark T. Bedell.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to all of our faculty and staff members. I wish that we were all together in Music Hall, enjoying each other's company as we prepare to open up this new school year. As you all know, we have gone through a lot over the last year, and as I continue to have conversations with many of our teachers and educators throughout the system, I often say to people that this is the most ambidextrous group of educators that this field has known. We were forced into pandemic mode all last year. It forced us to embrace technology in a way that we never have before. It forced us to have to figure out how to reach our scholars at home under conditions that we had no control over. It forced us to test our own comfort level and to really discover the areas where there was tremendous discomfort, but to also embrace that discomfort so that we could do a better job of educating those we are responsible for serving. So I want to thank each and every single one of you, those who are in central office, those of you who are in our schools, for a job well done. As we get ready to open up school in a few days, I am excited to announce that we are coming back 100% in person. That doesn't mean that we won't take lessons learned from the previous school year and apply them. We will continue to offer our Kansas City Virtual Academy. We plan to add an evening school component to what we have to offer, because one of the things we realized throughout this pandemic is that we don't have to box students into a traditional schedule. So it's imperative that we take the good out of what we learned last year and continue to make that a part of how we build for our future moving up. We also want to make sure that you all know that this administration, along with our board of directors, are fully committed to your safety, your health, and your well-being. As a superintendent, we were very intentional last year around how we ensured that you all could come back to school safely. We recognize that if human capital is incapacitated because they're out because of being sick, that makes it much more difficult on those of us who are coming to work on a daily basis to educate our students. We struggled with substitute teachers last year as a result of this pandemic. And so the district is fully committed to ensuring that all mitigation efforts are in place. We recognize that receiving the CARES Act money, the expectation not only at the federal level, but from our State Department of Education, is that all of our schools are back in 100% of the time. So KCPS will continue to follow the mitigation procedures that we put in place that has allowed for us to matriculate through summer school with minimum amount of cases, and our goal is to continue to do so at a high level. We ask that everybody do their part because we owe it to this community and we owe it to our students that we are fully present for them throughout the duration of this school year. So I want to thank each and every single one of you for your commitment in ensuring that all mitigation efforts are being followed. So Team KCPS members, as you all are fully aware of, our theme this year is Rise Above. And as you think about everything that we have gone through as an organization over the last year and a half or so, we have been able to rise above the fray of multiple disappointments, the unknown that this national health pandemic has presented to us, and most importantly, learning how to support each other throughout. The last year, assessments counted and were administered was in 2019. And as you all know, our school district has been making tremendous progress towards obtaining full accreditation. It's important that as we think about where we want to go this upcoming year, that we continue to have that focus of obtaining our full accreditation. Our proficiency rates in English language arts was 24.9% compared to 48% at the state level. Our proficiency rates in math was 21.4% compared to about 42% against the state. We also know that we have significantly closed gaps over a 5-year period between 2016 through 2019. But we have a lot of work to do. And we know that we have the faculty and staff to get it done. The only thing stopping us from obtaining our full accreditation is growth in math. That's it. So we have to continue to push forward and to do everything that we can to increase those MPI performance points of our students in math. We also have to take a deeper look at our student subgroups, because once you break down the data and you desegregate it, it tells you a whole different story. We have taken that opportunity to look at our performance with our African American children. That is our lowest performing group in this school district right now. And in many cases, when you look at that subgroup in math, those students are performing around 17% or somewhere in that range, earning a proficient or advanced. So we know that we have a lot of work to do there. Our Hispanic kids are hovering around 28%. So we know we have work to do there, and our white students are somewhere in the range of 50%. So while I am proud to say to each and every single one of you that we've managed to reduce the achievement gap of black kids against black kids in the state of Missouri by nearly 50% in math, reading, and science, we've nearly eliminated the achievement gap for our white students in those same subject areas against white students in the state of Missouri. Our Hispanic population has been our slowest growing subgroup, where in most cases in math and reading, the progress has been very minimal. 1% to 2% gap closure, and in science, it's about a 5.9% gap closure. So we know we have work to do. I also want to share with you that outside of those data points, we've experienced growth in graduation rates. Our numbers have increased from 68% to a little bit under 75%, and we anticipate that we should go up maybe 1%. Don't quote me on that. We will wait until the final data comes in. Our AP scores have improved every single year since we formalized that program in 2017. We have a significant amount of students now taking those courses and also sitting and taking those AP exams. So we're proud that each year we have more and more students scoring a 3, 4, or 5. And we're looking forward to what the latest data will reveal when that is available. Our IB performance has increased over the last 4 years. We've gone from 47% of our kids earning a full IB diploma to 78%, and we anticipate that that number will go up again this year. We've doubled the number of students in dual credit who are now taking those courses and actually earning the dual credit. So these kids now have college credits before graduating from our school district. So we know that the data looks promising, but we also know we have a lot of work to do, and I can tell you, just as competitive as you all are, I'm that competitive, our board of directors are as competitive, and we want to be able to show that we can make even more progress by being very intentional. But as I shared with you what our data looks like, I must also share with you what the vision is going to be moving forward. Blueprint 2030 is an initiative that we're going through right now. Our school district is significantly operating in a very inefficient manner. We have to figure out how to become more efficient in order to be able to increase the experience for our students. We are in year 5 of a 5-year strategic plan. We are now developing the next 5 years within the confines of Blueprint 2030, which will not only focus on the academic plan in our strategic plan, that also includes social and emotional development of our children, but also a 10-year facilities plan that will be a part of Blueprint 2030. So our future is being shaped And we have done everything that we can to ensure that you all have voice in that matter. We've already visited all of our schools to obtain feedback. We're utilizing thought exchange to receive more feedback. We're engaging the community. We want to make sure that even as we create this new vision and mission for the school district, that everybody feels that they've had something to do with it, that this is a part of your creation. Because we believe that through collaboration, we can ensure that there is full-blown buy-in to the direction the school district's heading in the next 5 years. Also, a part of our mission and vision as we're working to redesign that or to develop it is the importance of us focusing on being extremely inclusive. We recognize that inclusivity is a part of what we have to embrace in this school district. We serve folks from all walks of lives. We have one of the largest ELL populations. We have a diverse group of educators, whether it's in central office or in our schools that we serve. And when I talk about all means all means all. So that also has to be spelled out in our vision and mission. We have to have that focus on equity. We have to make sure that we apply an equity lens in everything that we do. That is when I believe we will then arrive as a school district around really being inclusive of everybody. So I want you all to know that we recognize the population of students that we serve, the community that we serve, the employees that we have here that are about 2,200 deep, that everybody shows up in a different way. It is incumbent upon all of us that we figure out and we embrace the training around implicit biases so that we can check that at the door. It impacts our students, but it also impacts the relationships that we all may be able to have and that we should be building with our peers across the school district. So inclusivity is something that is very important to us, and as a school district, we will be committed to that. You all know that we are in a competitive school district. And as I talk about inclusivity, we want everybody to feel that there's a strong sense of belonging in the Kansas City Public School District. We all have to recognize that we're in a highly competitive market and that each of us have a responsibility of being a positive spokesperson for this school district. When we lose students as enrollment continues to decline, that impacts every single one of us. It impacts our ability to be able to provide the offerings that we need for all of our students. And so we have to come out and we have to figure out how do we best represent this school district, right? We know that not every single day in the school district is going to be a great day. And I think that happens in any workforce or any workplace in this country. But at the end of the day, the goal is that we should have far more better days than those that are negative. And we should be promoting this school district to any and everybody that crosses our path. I was in Alabama recently, and I dropped my son off to school at Alabama A&M. And I was recruiting while I was there. I went and found several students who are seniors that are going into education, and I gave them my business card. And I said, you know, come to Kansas City. It's a growing city. There's a lot of opportunity. It's great for young professionals. Come and see what we have to offer. If everybody's doing that, we can create a workforce that will be fully committed, but will also be here for the long haul. We need people to give us that time to ensure that there's consistency across the school district. So we want to make sure that we all are doing our part and that we are helping the market, that we're helping to create the pride that we need to have in the Kansas City Public School District so that this is a district of choice for those who choose to work here. Team, I've spoken to you all about being inclusive. I've spoken to you all about the population that we serve here in this school district. I talked about how we need to rise above. There's a lot going on in this country right now that many people can say is making us a much more divided country. A lot of the political rhetoric, right? And as a school system, not only myself as a superintendent, but our board of directors have spoken up against a number of social injustices. There are many that happen and many that have a direct impact on the students and the families that we serve. We have to keep focused on doing what's right in ensuring that all means all in this school district. As I think about the political rhetoric that's happening now, there's a lot around masks, whether you mask or not. Even though there's science that tells you that we should be masking across the board given this variant. Then there's the concern around critical race theory. And I've shared with multiple people, tenets of critical race theory have been taught in this district for decades. We're one district in the state that offers an African-centered college preparatory program. And yes, do we talk about economics? Do we talk about the system as the way that it's been designed? Do we talk about how it impacts education, how it impacts health and wellness, how it impacts economic development? We do. So team, as we get ready to close out Convocation, we want to share some clips with you with one of our students that experienced a lot of adversity. And when we talk about rising above, this is a prime example of how you rise above difficult times. Israel Gentry is a recent graduate of the Kansas City Public School District. And I don't think I need to say any more than that, but to allow for us to roll the clip so you can have an opportunity to see and experience why it is important that people like you engage in the lives of the children that you all serve.
Israel Gentry has always been hard to take down.
We knew he was going to blow up into the player he was. And then going into 2019, he was the best player on a really good team. You know, record-wise, the best team Lincoln had ever had.
The best player on a team that had 4 athletes other than Israel Gentry to go on and play football at Division I colleges.
Talent only takes you so far, you know, but attitude has a lot to do with that, and being positive and playing hard. He was the gel that held that team together.
That positive attitude, belief in himself, and determination was instilled in him by his mother, who has loved to watch him play ever since he was a little kid.
Oh, man. So sometimes I'll just call him like a little bumblebee. It's because Israel he'll be way across the field, and he'll see somebody with the ball. He'll run across the field and just tackle them. It was amazement to me.
Israel amazed a lot of people. They began to call him the Rocket because he was so fast. While football came natural for the Rocket, not everything else did. While he always wanted to go to Lincoln College Preparatory Academy, going into his freshman year, he didn't get in.
We had a couple of coaches kind of surround him and help tutor him. And once they tutored him, passed, and he got in. And as a sophomore.
His sophomore year, he also joined the football team, but he didn't immediately join the starting lineup.
We always knew he had potential, but we didn't want to heap a lot of responsibility on him early on. We wanted him to earn it and really get what he had worked for.
While on the field, he had to overcome a sprained foot and a hurt neck.
To where he had to sit down until the doctor released him from his neck.
The classwork at Lincoln was also challenging, to the point where he had to sit out of football.
They set him down for a little bit. He said, oh, it don't matter if I'm on the store outing or not. I better get my grades together.
And he did, but he still had the biggest obstacle of his life to overcome.
When Israel went through that transition of trying to get his grades caught up, his father also passed away. So when his father passed away, that kind of, he went into a shell.
But thanks to some of his coaches, that couldn't keep him down either.
Coach Dixon, he actually came over to the house a couple of times. After that conversation, I think Israel realized, you know what, let me get out of my pity party. I know my father ain't here anymore, but let me go ahead and do what I need to do.
And what he did was dominate on the football field. He led Lincoln Prep to an undefeated start of the season while providing some incredible highlights.
We were 8-0, and we were playing Summer Christian, who was also 8-0 and undefeated, and it was a really big game that was hyped up. Scored 2 or 3 touchdowns, had about 200 yards rushing, and he played so hard that game, his uniform got ripped off in the third quarter. We also put him in on defense late in that game, and he had an interception as well.
At that point, Lincoln was on top of the world. The first playoff game was coming up on Friday. But on Thursday, an unexpected ice and snowstorm hit the Kansas City area.
Lincoln Prep football star Israel Gentry in the hospital tonight after suffering serious injuries in a crash while heading to school.
So many so worried about him right now. He's a star player for Lincoln Prep. His teammates say he's a fighter.
And when I got to the hospital, I was actually the first one in the waiting room, and the chaplain came out, and so I knew it was not good.
Once I seen Israel, they were stating because of the trauma that he may not even make it.
Israel broke his neck, severed his spine, broke his scapula and wrist.
Since he had so much trauma, they wanted to leave him on life support.
As word of the accident spread through KCPS, many made their way to the hospital.
I could not believe the amount of support that we had during that time. Board, I don't know. It was so many people from the school came to pray with us to where it helped me feel a little secure on a lot of decisions that I was able to make.
And the good thing about Lincoln and KCPS in general, I think you know from working here, it is really a family. You know, that Thursday he got in the car wreck, we had 2 busloads of players and students that went over and visited him and prayed over him the first day he was in the hospital.
One student in particular provided a special encouragement.
James McGee came to me. He actually, he kind of just like softened my heart. Because when he came to me, he was just like, I don't think no mother should have to worry about how they're going to take care of their son. And he said, I want to make it a point to make sure Israel has everything they need to function. Here it is, a 16-year-old boy saying, Israel was my friend. He was there for me when nobody else was. And so he made it possible. So through this transition, I didn't have to work. And I was able to focus with caring for him like I really wanted to.
Good job. There you go. Hi, baby. I see you. Good job.
The GoFundMe account raised more than $10,000 to help Ms. Freeman care for Israel at home.
You cold? Blanket?
The family was able to purchase a vehicle, an elevator, medications, and equipment to help him stand up.
Yes. Your phone is on your lap.
At home, Israel began his recovery process with family, friends, and coaches. He found his motivation to overcome in the same place he found his stardom.
His nurse had said that the football season was the last thing on his mind before the accident. And so she said they would play his football clips and his videos, and that would really motivate him to keep going. And remembering his teammates, she would ask him, that would help the memorization, asking about his teammates, asking about his coaches. And he just had such a strong spirit. We knew he was going to get better. It was just taking a gradual process. And then once he got to the point where he could get back into homebound school, then started talking about what he had to do to graduate, when there was no stopping him at that point.
That help to graduate came from KCPS staff.
When the teacher came in to assist, oh man, it was just like a burden lift, because now we're all able to tag team on Israel's schooling.
All of those efforts led to this unforgettable moment at graduation.
Yeah, I was really happy just for his mother. So I didn't want her to lose the moment of seeing her son go across the stage by pushing him. And so it meant a lot to me to be able to help Israel get across that stage so that his mother could be like all the other mothers and see her son go across the stage.
Israel Rocket Gentry.
I think because Coach Lowe has taken Israel up under his wings, especially when Israel's father died. Like I said, that was a challenge for Israel. To see Coach Lowe walk Israel across that stage, it brought so much joy to say, hey, they accomplished something together.
It was like
called my name, went down to get my diploma, my certificate. There was so many people clapping for me. I was like, whoa. There was a lot of people clapping for me. I had fun. Me and Colo, we smiled, got the diploma, it kept on going. Man, everything. Well, yeah, Colo helped me go across the stage. It meant a lot. God, he got a lot of support and respect for me, making sure that so athlete go across the stage. And he'll take the same thing. The star athlete, I don't know if he'll say I'm his favorite, but I know I'm his favorite.
What you went through is a lot of adversity, and some of that stuff would just crush some people's spirits.
Yeah.
But listening to you, that's not what happened.
No, can't have my spirit crushed. I gotta keep my head up high, keep on going forward.
So where do you get that strength from?
I mean, I really can't say it like, it's not really, I mean, it's kind of family, but most, I really get from God, but family and friends is a support. They all support me, so I gotta keep my head held high. I gotta take care of my business. Just like my mama taught me when I was young, she said, make sure you take care of your business. And I did. Kept my head held high. I'm gonna take care of my business.
And that's the message Israel, his mom, and Coach Lowe has for KCPS this school year. Take care of your business. Rise above. Don't give up. Your work matters.
Just make sure you all stay focused and keep on working. You can have fun too, but make sure you're late, get your work done first. Before you play, you gotta work.
There are tough times, you know, and it's easy sometimes to dwell on the negatives. And Israel's spirit just showed me there's so much positivity out there, and that if you look at everything with a positive aspect, it makes everything else so much better, you know, and it makes everything else so much easier to get through.
Well, don't give up. Understand that there is going to be new things that come. And because the new, you can't be fearful. For my new experience, learning how to take care of Israel, I just had to get in there and roll with the punches. I'm in there watching what the nurses is doing. I'm eyeing them. And so to encourage the teachers, don't give up. Even if it's this new experience, because people like us need them. I definitely needed them during this transition of the pandemic. Keep teaching us, because as parents, we want to learn also how to be educators. You know, they do say that education starts at home, and I do agree with that. It does. And we can pair up together. You have parents like me who are willing to pair up with the teachers, because I need y'all help. Now, I can't speak for every parent, but for me, homeschooling my children, being able to have them side by side, and now I'm fine. Listen, now I understand what the teacher was saying when they were in the classroom. Like, now, listen, they haven't been lying all this time. So it made me want to build a better relationship with the teachers. And that's what I did this year. The job that y'all do is never unnoted. Regardless how challenging a parent may try to be upset about the way their kid is acting or anything like that, just be patient with the parent or the children, and understand that what they're doing, it is for a purpose. It really is. It helped us through the trend. We couldn't have did it without them. So I thank you. I put my hats off to y'all. I thank y'all for the patience, because like I said, it was a challenge.
Rise above. Keep your head up and rise above. Make sure you take care of your work. So rise above.
Wow. That was just simply amazing. I'm certain that every heart has been moved in here after having an opportunity to listen and view Israel and what his mother shared with you all today, and the importance of what educators can do. As we continue to focus on our theme of Rise Above, I want you all to know that if Israel can do what he's doing right now and how he is overcoming all of these obstacles placed in front of him, and honestly, the optimism that he continues to exhibit, we can all do the same as educators. We can do this for the children that we serve. We can do this for each other. This pandemic, it's a bump in the road. This doesn't define who we are as a unit here in the Kansas City Public School District. So I just encourage each and every single one of you, build those same relationships with the children that you serve. Get to know those families. Don't just reach out to them when it's only opportunities to share with them when a kid isn't doing well. Reach out to them when kids are doing well. Let them know that you care. Get them to lower their guards, because oftentimes there's been a level of mistrust developed over decades between some of our families and the school system. We can do this. We can be the greatest urban school district in this country. And if Israel is an example of how you rise above controversy and obstacles, we all can do this. I want to thank each and every single one of you for your commitment to the children in the Kansas City Public School District. I look forward to seeing you in your hallways. I look forward to seeing you in your classrooms. I look forward to seeing you in the cafeteria, and most importantly, at some of your extracurricular events. Have a wonderful year, Team KCPS members.
Challenge, you got to rise above it. With your back against the wall.